We are a nation in love with the idea of digital transformation. We talk about it in our policies, in our conferences, and in our media, forgetting that we can't transform from a position of poverty. As of 2024, less than 20% of Nigerian households own a computer. Less than 40% of our adults own a smartphone. And for those who do, the cost of data makes it a luxury. We launch brilliant programs like the 3 Million Technical Talent Program, but we are sending our brightest minds into battles without weapons. The most common feedback is not a lack of talent, but a lack of tools. And this is where the governors and the local government chairmen must come in. While the federal government works on national internet penetration and rural electrification, you must build the gateways. You must build technology hubs, not just a shiny project, but as essential public infrastructure. We need spaces in every local government where any citizen, student, entrepreneur, or curious farmer can access free computers, free or low-cost internet, and the mentorship that turns curiosity into a career. This isn't a hopeful theory. It is a proven blueprint. HUBS shatter barriers. They give a young woman in a rural town the power to prototype a app without buying a 400,000 naira laptop or a 10,000 naira data bundle monthly. That is inclusion. That is innovation. That is transformation. Lagos, Kwara, and Edo have shown commitment to leading this charge. The Ilami Innovation Hub, West Africa's largest and fully green hub, is hosted in Kwara. We see the momentum in Ogun, Kaduna, and Kano also. But these are just sparks. We need a wildfire. Governors, local government chairmen, this is not a tech project. This is an economic imperative. It is as fundamental as a road, as critical as a school, and as vital as a hospital. Nigeria's greatest resource, our youth, with over 70% of them under 30, is bursting with ingenuity. But that ingenuity is trapped. Give them a fighting chance. Let's stop talking about transformation. Let's invest in the hubs that will actually deliver it. Let's do it today.
I think we have so much expectation from our young people, but we have no structure in place to make
inadequately
those
equipped
expectations come to pass. When you look at America today, every cafe has free Wi-Fi. And that's the reason why you see most of the top innovations, whether it's AI or any kind of app, comes from America first, because this young people have access to information without having to own a certain level of, assets. They just need to leave their house and there's a cafe somewhere. I mean, I grew up where I had a cafe next to my house. I mean, it wasn't a hub. We had to pay probably like 30 naira or 15 naira to browse for 1 hour, but I learned so much from that. We don't even have those cafes. And also, there is this crazy entitlement that politicians have. Let's even leave politicians, even the executive, the appointees. Once you become minister, you feel like you're a god and you're doing the people a favor. And it's not really their fault. It's not even really their fault, though. It's not really their fault. Like, I was at the Nigeria Economic Summit here, and you see the way educated, smart people are running around to collect minister's card and like, yes sir, hello sir. And I'm looking at them like, are you guys joking? Like, what is this? And then they would not be feeling like, please speak to that guy over there. You say, talk to him. You work for me, bro. I don't want to be mad at you.
I pay your salary.
Right? So because the people do not know their rights and what they deserve as people and what the responsibility of the leadership, they will keep acting ignorant. They'll keep thinking that if they come and build a borehole next to your community, you start praising the person. He has done it again.
The borehole is not from their own money.
This is your money. But so I think the first thing is civil education, because as long as the people don't know, these politicians will keep using us as scapegoats.
I'll give you a very uncomfortable story, very short. A friend is doing, when you have HND and you want to then have BSc, there is a short, I think 1 year that you can do in a higher institution to become a BSc, whatever. Now, this is computer science students, right? They give them assignments. You know what the instruction is? They should write the assignments, Write
a code.
Which writes? As in biro and paper.
Oh.
And snap it. And then upload it. These are supposed to be computer science that is going to be BSc.
How would they run?
In 2025 in a school in Lagos State here, higher education. And it's ridiculous. Very ridiculous when your counterparts all over the world, you probably, in fact, when you go in and you're now jotting with notes, it's like, are you in this world? Are you here? And I see governors, local government chairman, all of them coming out say we are renovating schools. We see the building is painted, it's looking good and all that. No, we need to go beyond that. I don't understand how a school does not have a computer lab. A lab that would have the latest tool for children to be able to use. It doesn't make sense. But right now, we've got to a point where technology is our bread and butter, and still our education, how we think about it, is so backward that I don't understand if our government really understands that we need to compete. It's not even just the government now. Whatever school you're building, if you're not putting in equipment that will help the children compete, because when I come out of school, I'm not going to be competing with jobs just in Lagos State or in Nigeria. It's a global space. I'm sitting down here and working for companies in the US, you're working for companies in China. The same thing, people over there are working for people over here. So you're no longer competing with just your local government, you're competing globally.
Today, we have Microsoft, but people don't know the story behind Bill Gates. That the school that he went to, the women, the mothers came together and bought a computer.
For the school.
For the high school. Was it primary school or high school?
It was high school,
right? And today, they built Microsoft.
The level of development in terms of youth development when it comes to the digital space is directly related or connected to the broadband penetrations that you have within that country. And the data tells the numbers. I mean, the more penetration you have that allows access to, the internet and all, the hubs and all that, there's the more innovation that you see, and that's why you see within the developed countries, you see a whole lot of penetration. And that penetration is not just private sector led, it's government led. It's actually government investment. Government doesn't look at it as expensive, they see it as investment. And then the private sector is able to come in, right, and take advantage of it and create, all these HUBS. And, so there needs to be a connection. Your advocacy to you, big ups to you about Milori. I know that you are also involved in that. So, there's a way that,
she just plugged that in.
Very important.
Nice plugging, by the way.
We are doing good work in Kwara.
Yeah, and we're also doing in Ogun State.
Yeah, don't start. It's okay.
The Lagos people can claim their own. So the opportunity, the capacity is there. We just need to have a very, very organized policy framework, from the subnational to the national, that brings everything together. And my final point is that we have a minister, okay, who, I don't want to get angry like Brian and Kuba. We have a minister who came supposedly from that whole sector, who is supposed to come in and actually implement. I don't know what it does. Maybe he has done something, but whatever it is,
Zuma, please.
that he has done, it doesn't seem to have made any impact.
We need a different mind shift from how we look at development. Most of our political decision makers will applaud a project that is grandiose just for the project's sake. But ultimately, we have to understand that development is about the individuals, the human beings who are able to compete globally. So all those great projects we're doing, whether it's in infrastructure, and I don't connect directly to that individual that it's meant to serve, to be able to give him the tools and the capacity to compete globally. Once that connection is not made, then it's all in vain. So we spend a lot of money on brick and mortar and telecommunication, but we have to understand that when we say development, it's about individuals, the ability to make ends meet and to compete in the global space. I think that mind shift is what your advocacy throws up for me. So beyond planning, we say, okay, fine, our economy is doing well, we've saved money from subsidy, we've reduced inflation, but how does it affect the average Nigerian? Until we can see the genuine impact it has on the average Nigerian positively, So it's all economists talking.
It's all
And
numbers.
slapping themselves on the back. We haven't seen the real impact.
We keep saying that our greatest resource is our youth, but I wonder who really is listening.